guys, welcome to episode 12, Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. Moving right along here through these episodes, so picking up some followers. We are up to, I saw 69 followers on YouTube, so
that's a good number.
Shout out 69. But guys, don't forget, if we can get to 500, there's going to be some type of time limitation on this, because Sam is not wanting to eat the hot chip. But we're gonna make her eat one of those hot chips.
Let's be honest, I'm not getting any younger, so the older I get before we get to 500, I'm not gonna want to eat it.
It's a year and a half from now.
Should we lower
the betting is off.
Should we lower it to like 200?
I mean, if we get close, like if we had a big burst, I could say maybe we could make an exception. But you know, we need you guys to, like, the people are watching. You know, you got to go out there and subscribe on YouTube so we can
share it.
Yeah.
You share it on your social media.
Yeah, well, we talked about that when I used to watch videos on YouTube. I never had an account.
You
I
just watch.
I think that's where YouTube's going wrong. Is they need to make it. You have to create an account like Instagram or TikTok or whatever to be able to watch it, and that would help. But whatever. All right. Well, you want to talk about this? Is
Veterans United.
This is one of Sam's beers. I have had this a long time ago. I don't remember what it tastes like.
So typically, Veterans United, I buy Buzzing Bee. By far, their best beer. But both the stores I went to didn't have Buzzing Bee, and they were sold out because it's that good. So I got Aging Blonde because I figured it would be not as dark that Cody would actually like it, because they don't actually sell these as singles. You have to buy a 6-pack, and a 6-pack's not cheap. So it's like $12.99.
This is the place we went and did the tour, right?
Yeah, we did the tour here because I found the beer, and then we found out they were local, and then we went and did their tour, and I have one of their tasting cups because someone broke my big Buzzing Bee beer mug.
I don't know who it was.
I drank coffee out of that thing. I loved it. So even though it's a little tasting cup, I already know I like this beer. So
well, it's a local Jacksonville company. It's a brewery here, but I mean,
and they have a cool little setup. They have a bar inside the brewery, so when you're done touring, you can drink some of their beer. To be honest, I haven't had a beer of theirs that I don't like.
It's good.
I love all of their beers.
I like it. This doesn't have the same, like, the harsh, like, IPA bite that some of them do. It's
No,
kind of
they did
kind
have
of an
one
in between, which is good.
They did have one at the store that I really wanted to buy. It was a raspberry one. Maybe next time.
It says 5.2% alcohol. I don't know. I mean, I guess, is this an IPA? I was trying to see if it says, like, what it is. It's a blonde ale, which makes sense because it's raging blonde.
So it's lighter too, I think. We don't know anything about IPA beers, so excuse us. But Veterans United will tag you, and if you eventually watch this, have them take any beer samples from you. Or we can go do a brewery tour and record. That'd be cool. Better.
It's good. I like them. I can't remember. I don't think I've tasted, because last time you got the Buzzing Bee, I don't think I haven't drank them. And I mean, I did it when we toured it. That was years ago though. But
you've had it when we've gone up to V's Pizza.
But I've usually had a couple other beers before then, so it's kind of like, this is good. Like, I just drink. Like,
there's another one that I really like that's kind of along the same lines of the Buzzing Bee. It's the Orange Blossom. Maybe we can try that one next week. You like Orange Blossom?
I like this. This is good. I like that. It's not as harsh as like a lot of the
stronger.
I like those the ones that you
pale ale.
Yeah, that are. All right, I got my question here. I forgot that I had saved this. I saw this earlier in the week. There you go, burp number 1. All right, so this is let's say the oldest child. Okay. All right. So it says you and your child were driving late at night across a long deserted road. You know, just out in the middle of nowhere. All right. You come across a van full of money with a driver dead from what looks like maybe a heart attack or something like that. Okay. What do you do?
This is the question of the day.
Question of the day.
If I'm gonna take some dead man's money.
Well, he's obviously into some nefarious act. This is
so it's like a drug cartel.
I mean, I would assume if he's got a van full of money, it's not just his life savings he's cruising around.
So it's not like an armored truck or something.
No, this is just a guy.
I don't know, because because the drug cartel always comes and finds their money, and they're very ruthless. So I'd maybe take a couple $100 out of it, and I wouldn't take all of it. I like all my body parts attached to my body.
I have a different approach to this. I would take a lot of it. The lesson we're learning here is about money laundering. Their son. We're gonna. That was what the question said. Is what is the lesson you teach your son? You know, like the lesson is how to keep secrets. And how to take. I mean, you're talking about like if it's $10,000 stacks. I mean, I'm loading up.
I would take like 2 or 3.
Say it's $10 million. You know, I'm pulling 500K out, million out, and we're heading to the, you know.
Yeah. So I enjoy this arm being attached here, my head being attached to my body. The drug cartel usually decapitate people.
I would look for trackers. That's a key piece. You gotta fan the money. You don't want to find one of those trackers in there. But I've
Please
seen
stop
them.
staying up late watching movies.
Maybe you go to a casino, kind of clean that money off a bit. You know, little baby burps. You got it. All right. Well, I thought it was a good question.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit nefarious, if you will. All right. Do you want to do what you got over there first?
I do have a joke.
Oh my God. All right. Let's hear it. Let me drink some of this.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
They're all dead.
Because the P is silent. There's a P in front of turd. I couldn't tell the one that I told you last night because you told me it would be inappropriate. We would probably get kicked off the internet.
I don't remember what that one was.
Why did the Avon lady walk weird?
Why?
Because her lipstick.
That one. I was like, this is.
You get it?
It's not a family podcast, but it's. You know, I was like, Jesus, that one's. Yeah, I remember you telling me that last night. I was like, can't say that one on there. That one's no good. I will say this. So me and Sam, when we think of these topics, we try not to talk about them ahead of time because I like to see her reaction to mine, and she doesn't. She told me that one, but I didn't hear the pterodactyl.
I feel like it was borderline. Well, I just found the pterodactyl.
But we try to keep some of the questions and the topics we're going to talk about or videos and stuff different, like the hobby horse thing last week, which I felt like was solid.
I told one of the guys at work about it, and I showed him the video because he was like, "What the hell is hobby horse?" And I showed him the video of it, and he was on the floor rolling, and then your commentary about how I've ruined and crapped all over your dreams, he thought was hilarious.
I thought it was funny. If you haven't watched that one, go. Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
You got it? Burp of the Week nominee right there. That's the one, I think. God damn. What else you got over there on your little notepad there?
Oh, I gotta go through all my stuff first?
Well, you don't have to.
Okay.
I mean,
So you're gonna have to insert this, and because we're using my phone, I don't have the picture, but you're gonna have to insert this picture. Okay. So last minute, we had to go to Pinch a Penny because we do have a pool, and our vacuum broke. So we went to get like the piece or whatever, and as we're checking out, they have this little cardboard box, tube lube.
it said O-ring
No,
lube.
it did not. No, it said tube lube for your dry, and I thought it said D-rings.
It was O-ring.
By the way, O-ring doesn't, that O-ring is an actual sexual toy.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh.
But
I'm gonna write that down for Christmas.
okay. Sam took a picture of it.
He was like, hurry up and pay. I was like, hold on, I can take a picture of this so I can share it on the podcast later.
I was like,
I mean,
what? I'm over there like...
My 15-year-old teenage boy mind was like...
So
funny because it's lube for your tube.
the two cashiers look like they're in college. The two girls.
And I was like, hold on, I gotta take a picture of this for our podcast tonight. And one of the girls literally about jumped out of her skin. You have a podcast?
I think she followed because
she does. She follows us now.
Katie, shout out to Katie at Pinch a Penny, but it was funny because I was like, Sam, highly inappropriate. She's like, it says lube, and then it says do ring, and I'm like, it says O-ring, okay, but I'm glad that you're 12 and hanging out with me. You're twice the girl's age at the register there, but...
No one ever said I was my age. According to our son...
Did you took a picture?
I did, it's on the camera.
Alright, I'll throw it in there, but...
Lube.
Yeah, it's like it's for the gaskets and the... Okay. We talked in the car, I explained it to Sam so she understands. It's not that kind of lube, but... It's a pool store, sweetie. It's our...
By the way, I love the smell of pool stores.
You said they should have a candle.
Yeah, I think there should be a candle, and if anyone knows
it smells like chlorine.
It smells like chlorine.
They remember those man candles?
Yes, that would smell like barbecue, oil, gasoline.
One smells like wood smoke.
One smells like bourbon.
No, bourbon. It's these.
So then we left there and we went to Publix. And this morning, our youngest got in bed with us around 6, and I then could not go back to sleep. So I just started scrolling on YouTube and Facebook and was just looking at all the reels. And everything that came out this morning was about food. Clearly, I didn't eat dinner last night. So there's lobster rolls, and then all of a sudden, the algorithm just changed, and I was getting all of the Publix pub subs. Or all the things you can do at Publix, like this guy took like regular croissants and took it back to the bakery and asked for it to be glazed. Well, you paid the $1.99 for the croissants. You don't pay for the price of it being glazed.
Yeah.
It's supposedly really good. But anyways, so I didn't know you could do this, and I wanted to test out when we went, but I forgot. But I came up with a little jingle for it. You can get your pub sub in a tub. Pub sub in a tub, rub-a-dub-dub.
What is it, in a tub?
So it's like a salad instead of a sandwich.
So there's no bread. It's just like lettuce.
But they put it in like
for people that aren't in Florida, Publix is a grocery store, but they have like these, they make, like in their deli, they make subs, but with like boar's head, and they have like...
Or
like
their chicken tenders.
I always get like, they have a chicken tender.
They do a Philly cheesesteak.
They'll chop it up and
put it in there.
Have
you
you
ever had Philly cheesesteak?
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, they have Philly cheesesteak. What are you having for lunch tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm kind of excited.
I would like a pub sub in a tub, rub-a-dub-dub.
Maybe.
So I said that in front of the cashier.
This was right after the pool start. I'm like, can we go home? Because this is like a constant, like, you're not drinking, but you're just embarrassing me places.
He
like,
doesn't go anywhere, ever.
I try not to. I try not to leave the house if at all possible. And when I do, I don't enjoy it. Because I run into
going with me.
Sam's like, you want to go to Target? I'm like, nope. I don't want to go to Target. I don't want to go to Target at all.
Do you remember when I was pregnant with Bodhi and we were trying to find a stroller and you couldn't figure out how to collapse it?
There's a video of it somewhere.
Yes.
Where I'm like shaking it, trying to like release it. And I'm like, why won't this thing like... And I was like pushing on it. And
you took it apart.
we were in Target and she's like, stop, people are looking, stop. And I'm like, do you just shake it? And like, it's like, is the baby in there when you're doing this? Like,
I was like,
people were like alarmed with children in that section. They were like, oh my God. We're like, we have another one at home. He's fine. Like he
was running around. He's dancing in the background.
He's 7, so we've done pretty good. He's still alive. We haven't, we're doing our best.
Oh God. Do I have mascara all over my face?
No, but you did the other day when you came home. So Sam got caught into so we're in Florida, obviously, but
4:35 o'clock.
it's like every day in the summer. It's like a massive downpour, and it's only when you're about to leave work. That's generally the rule of thumb. About 4:30, sometimes 4:15. starts downpouring. So Sam comes inside the house. She's soaking wet. Her hair is wet.
Looks like
and she has mascara
and it looked
running
like
down her face.
all the way down my face.
And I was like, "Are you okay? Like what? Like I got caught in the rain." And I was just like, "Okay."
My jacket's still dry.
I was like, "You look like you had an emotional breakdown in the car on the way home."
I was listening to Alanis Morissette. We had a
and just really jamming it
But
out.
I had to park all the way in Timbuktu, the parking lot, because my dumb ass hit a pole in the parking lot and had to report it to safety. So now to play it safe, I just park out in the middle of nowhere just so.
That happens.
Usually-
Big old SUV with a backup camera. It's hard to see things behind you. Apparently. Oh. She called me. She's like, "You were on the. Actually, you were on
I
the
was
phone
on the
with
phone
her."
with you.
We were like,
Hands free with the camera
She's
on.
like, "I just hit something. I gotta go." And I'm is it a person? No, I think it's a car or a pole. I don't know. I gotta go. And I'm like, I love you. Be careful. See you at home. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh. What else you got on your little list over there?
I got one more thing.
All right.
But you can chime in on this.
Okay.
You were there and witnessed it. So as you guys know, when we ended last week's episode, I was like, I gotta get to bed because I got a big morning the next morning. I'm just gonna put it out there. I know this isn't this is not, I don't know, maybe it's not a family show, it's just so much fuck ever. I fucking rocked flag football last Sunday.
You did good.
I left it all out on the field. I was hyped up. I got down to the Jaguar Stadium at 8:15. We played on their flex field. I did not leave the Jaguar Stadium until 5:09.
I want to bring this up. The flex field they have is like the Jaguars
Indoor turf.
It's an indoor practice field. It's a 100-yard field, and they have 4 like massive air conditioners in there. I mean, it was 95 degrees outside. This building was actually cold. Like, I mean, I was like, I'm amazed that this, like, it felt like you were inside. I mean, it was probably 70 degrees in that building, and they had some of the doors, and I'm like, how is this?
Yeah, some of the doors were open.
Like, this
if
is
you played on those fields, you could feel it.
But it was cool to see like the indoor thing. But y'all played like what, eight
games total, and we came in second.
And it was like the team you guys were playing. Like I said,
they had some ringers.
Yeah, they had some people. I'm like,
they
don't work at that company.
One of the girls actually
there was guys that looked like they looked like college receivers. Dudes were like 6'4".
The half-shirt girl with the hula hoop move. She actually plays on the National Jaguars female flag football. Like, she's like an actual like lead player.
But her, she may be. But y'all, there was a couple guys on that team that were like 6'4". Like look like Division I or NFL receivers. Just like, is that those aren't office workers?
So because they won like their first 2 or 3 games, they didn't play the rest of the day. They didn't play again until they played us in the championship game. We lost our 3rd game, which was to them. So our only loss was to the people that we played in the championship that we lost to. So we lost to them twice. It was a double elimination day, and we honestly had we had high hopes for ourselves, but we really didn't know what we were going against, and we rocked it.
So Sam's company has a lot of like younger employees, so like a lot of the guys.
I was the senior citizen.
But a lot of the guys there are in their like mid-20s and are in good shape. So I mean, the first team y'all went up against, it looked like these people have never played sports in their life.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, it's a competitive. It was
a tournament. They called it a tournament.
It was bad. I mean, like they just like I've got some videos and stuff where they're just like backing up and the ball just goes over there because the guy, your quarterback, played high school football where I played.
College. Yeah, he played high school football. And
he was just ripping it. I was like, oh my God.
He was our captain. He was great.
This is not going to go well, but, I mean, like, that's a competitor for Burp of the Week. That's We're gonna have to analyze the footage on that and see which one makes it.
Burping tournament. But yeah, so
I was blown away by how good you guys did. I thought y'all were gonna go out there and get crushed, but when I saw some of the other teams, and I was like, does that lady have a cane or what?
So
is she okay?
He came with both the kids for my first game, and I was like, hey, by the way, if we make it all the way through, we could possibly be here till 5 o'clock.
And I said, I will not be there till 5 o'clock with 2 children. That's not
so they stuck around for 2.5 games. Yeah, 2.5 games.
We left during the third game.
And we were getting our butts beat.
I was like, we're gonna. But the other thing, like when our oldest has played, like when they do 7-on-7 tournaments, it's a 30-minute clock.
We play for an hour.
And it's there's no timeouts. The clock doesn't stop. So the game starts at 6 and it's over at 6:30, regardless of what's happening. These games, like I was like, oh, good job, you guys won. And she's like, it's halftime. I'm like, half? Jesus Christ. So like they were literally like, so Sam said like she was, but you know, I figured she said everyone's limping around the office because they're all sore and.
I mean, 8 games of running. And
it's a lot of like
as the day went on, the teams got more competitive, so you got more physical.
Oh.
And what was the comment you made to me when I told you that my hips hurt and the outside of like my calf, like from my ankle up to my knee, not really my calf, just whatever that muscle is there. You're like, well, maybe if you were out there trying to play like Calvin Ridley, just like.
She was juking a lot.
I was.
Sam had some good catches and some runs, so.
And I got to play quarterback.
She just threw a touchdown pass.
So the girls.
Maybe do you want to put these videos in there?
I can't because I don't talk about where I work.
Okay.
But anyway, but if the girl throws a touchdown or scores a touchdown, it's 9 points instead of 6. So they threw me in.
That's not equality.
What?
It's not equality.
What do you mean equality?
Equality, you know.
Oh.
What if they put your quarterback in a wig and said he identified as a female? You think y'all could have won? I should have done that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have appreciated
that.
But anyways,
that would have been a good idea.
So I got to play quarterback, and the snapper, he snapped it too hard. He said he was a snapper in high school or whatever.
Maybe we can post that.
We can post that.
We can zoom in.
We can crop out the rest of
Sam takes the snap like this guy's snapping like this is Super Bowl Sunday. He said he played center in high school. This thing came back hot. Sam's just like.
Yeah, me in the face. And
snap.
He had no idea, but our oldest was recording and he got it on camera. So,
we'll post it in there.
But I'll say this real quick and then I'm done with all my stuff and we can talk about your stuff. But because I was the only girl on offense and I played every offensive play, so every time offense was on the field, I played. So I was exhausted because there was a lot of running and the girls got physical with me. And I'm like, I'm older than all of y'all. Be careful, you can break my hip. But they kept like pushing me from behind, and I was, because I'm playing with work people, so I didn't want to be like my normal self, like let's go, kind of thing. And I had a couple that kept pushing me, and finally I kept doing like my elbows, is like I'm running backwards trying to get the ball. Well, in the last game, homegirl was just straight up. She got pass interference called on her and flag football.
That happens.
But I mean, that's how aggressive she was getting and finally the refs called it. And her team got upset and my team actually went to bat for me and was yelling back at them like she's been all over her. Like she's literally, and nothing against, but she probably had 100 pounds on me. And she was literally taking my shoulders and like pushing up on me to like bat the ball down because we needed 9 points. Yeah. So they were trying to get the ball to me. So her and I went back and forth, and finally on one of them, she was like pushing me from behind as I was waiting for the quarterback because he was going to throw it to me, and he ended up not, but she kept pushing me, so finally I just laid back into her and pushed her down. She took me with her, and then she landed on my foot the wrong way, highly sprained my toe, my big toe, which is fine, it's always sprained. Then the next run out, I told my quarterback, I was like, don't throw it to me, but I'm running her over, and I did. I went out there, I took off running, she was right in front of me, and I just took my arms like this and pushed her, and she went probably 3 yards backwards, and she gets up and she's like, that's your last free ticket, girl, you ain't getting no more hits on me, and I was like, what does that mean, free tickets? Like, you've been hitting me the entire game. Like, if you want to go GoPro, we can go. But
I'm glad you didn't get arrested at the flag football.
So let me say this though. So we didn't know what the prize was. And we were all like, what does first place get? And I looked over and they were like pulling the tape up off the turf. And I was like, first place gets to clean up. And they went over and took the pictures. And I looked at one of the girls I work with. I was like, quick, go to the parking lot before she falls.
You don't want to get out there. I want to scrap.
I
don't want to scrap with a 300 pounder.
I stayed in the middle of all of the group as we navigated out to the car. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
She's like 240, just coming out. Lawrence Taylor, she's got a mustache.
She was pissed.
What?
But Monday and Tuesday, I got a lot of fist bumps. I think I earned a lot of respect for the guys I work with.
Well, at least we got that going.
Even my CHRO was blown away by my competitive athleticness.
You did a great job. You did a great job.
You can throw in the picture of me in the ice bath with the beer.
Okay.
With my shirt
We
on.
can throw that in there.
It has my shirt on.
Going strong. You're going strong today, man. This did a lot of burps.
I'm sweating. I'm gonna slide right off this chair. I'm sweating so bad.
Well, if you want to air out and grab me another beer, that'd be. Jesus, man, we're burp of the week candidate number 3. That's pretty solid. You're ripping them tonight. So I want to talk about this, and I mentioned this to you. The Trump attempted assassination. Okay. So I talked to you a little bit, and I said I don't like to talk about stuff before the podcast because then you talked about it, so we didn't dive into it.
But there's certain things we bounce off each other because we just want to make sure we are in agreement. We're going to talk about it.
But I've seen so many people on TikTok, and let me know if you guys have experienced this. I haven't, and Sam said she hasn't. But people are saying that they feel, and this is conspiracy stuff, but they feel like when the Trump assassination attempt happened, that they like jumped timelines or something. Like people are saying, like there's, and like if you read through the comments and stuff on TikTok, people are saying that they're either much happier, and it's not related to that, but they're saying that they're like sleeping better and that they're like more calm, and they said they feel like it's like how things used to feel 10 years ago. Like just things have kind of reset. But I've also heard people saying they can't sleep and stuff like. So it's both, like people are saying since that happened, they can't sleep. And it's not because they're worried about that. They're just literally saying like, I can't sleep, I wake up in the middle of the night. And they're not worried about the Trump assassination attempt, but they said like something feels off, either positive or negative. So if any of you guys have experienced that, let us know in the comments, because me and Sam, I said, have you felt anything? I mean, this is literally like, there's just post after post after post.
Oh,
I was
my
like,
sleep habits are still the
yeah, I was like, I mean, drink some Miller Lights, make some nachos, watch Baywatch, I'm good to go, but.
Now, the other morning I did wake up, was it Tuesday? I told you I woke up around 1.
Yeah.
And just like.
So that's not normal. You don't do that typically.
I haven't lately. So my sleep insomnia only happens when I have high anxiety and a lot of stress, which it hasn't happened since I started a new job.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. So, and something else I saw, and this is just like, because how the TikTok algorithm, like once you see one, it just starts throwing you more and more and more as you're watching them. But I saw something where people were saying that they keep seeing like dark objects out of the corner of their eye or flashes of light.
They should probably stop doing drugs.
So that's what I said. I was like, you may have like cataracts or something. I don't know. Like what?
Change your context.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. And I haven't, but like, I was like, that's kind of weird. But there's so many people, and like the comments were just like, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, lately it's been like the last week or so, it's been like, so I was like, I don't know. If you guys have seen that, let us know, because it's kind of, I'd be curious to see if anyone else has experienced, because me and Sam were just like, no, we're having some beers and hanging out. We're good to go. We didn't jump timelines, I guess.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Oh, shit, fire.
You can't win them all, I guess. I'd like to get out of this timeline.
Comment if you know the southern term shit fire.
Shit fire. I don't know what that
Well, shit fire. How many times do you think we say shit fire in an episode?
Probably a lot if we tried. I mean, I don't think it'd be hard to. Meow. How many times are you going to say meow? Get out of the car, meow.
License registration, yeah.
Super Troopers. All right, so I thought of this, and I told you this before. I think.
Berries taste like.
Settle down. All right. So this is an idea, and I've come up with this to fix real estate prices. Okay. So this is how America, if we can get on board with this, this is how we're going to fix the price of homes in America. All right, you ready?
Can we fix the price of roofing and air conditioning?
One thing at a time. I got to fix this first. All right. So to get the prices of real estate down, what we're going to do is Zillow, you're going to allow comments on your post. I constantly see houses that I'm like, you're out of control.
They have shaker.
$350,000, and I'm like, it's a shack. That is literally a shack.
Is it shaker cabinets that are outdated?
And I'm just like, and you look at the pictures of the inside, and I'm like,
still have carpet throughout the entire house.
So this is the one.
Carpet in the bathroom.
I don't think I sent this to you, but I'm gonna put this in there.
Oh, you sent me the one that's up the street from us. It was $500,000.
Well, that's a nice house, but this is different. Like this house right here. I'm gonna put this
like where you go to get murdered.
200. All right, listen to this. $245,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square foot, and looks like you would murder somebody there or get murdered.
I bet Jeffrey Dahmer's.
240. This.
I bet Jeffrey Dahmer.
10 years ago, this would have been a $45,000 house, and I'm just like, how in the world does anybody think this house is worth $245,000? It's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna post this like a picture of it. I take a screenshot like on Zillow. Like I get like emails from them, and I was like, we gotta get, because I was just like, God, I just wish I could comment on this and be like, you're dreaming, brah, you know, or whatever, and we could drive the prices down. I feel like I think I could fix the housing crisis.
Oh, there it went.
Oh, here's the thing. I looked this up because I'm a crazy person on Zillow. So they bought this in 2023 for $115,000. They haven't done anything to it. Like the picture is like it just looks like a murder house. This looks like a cab. This looks like a cabin, and it's got a private property sign, which is
Oh, have you ever seen that movie Cabin at the End of the Road?
I haven't. I don't like scary movies.
You should watch that. Oh. Can we talk about what I watched today?
I guess. Let me get it's July 20th. Okay. It's July 20th. So most people would say this is the middle of summer. It's not.
It's the middle of summer. It's fine.
Okay.
Think about that.
So
back to school's happening in like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Sam's been talking a lot about an upcoming holiday. My contact's like messed up. But
You mean burping it?
no. But let me fix it and grab a beer. Tell them what you saw. I can't see you. Tell them about your.
Oh, I'm running this all by myself.
Yeah, go crazy.
So today when we came in for quiet time from swimming in the pool, because it's like 110 degrees outside, I watched Halloween.
Ridiculous.
I'm so excited for Halloween. I have, how many skeletons do I have now? 8. I think I have 6 or 8 because if you hit it just right, Party City has them as BOGO. So you buy one, you get one. Or they like to buy one, get one. So yeah, and last year I drove around in the Tahoe with one in the back seat because our youngest made it.
All right.
I'm also super excited. Wait, I have to carry this for that long?
I gotta give it contact. You keep going. This one's torn.
I have to pee.
We can pause. We'll take a break. We're back. So yeah, contact just like exploded apparently. But
oh.
What?
I was like, holy shit, what is that? It's my slippers.
But Sam has been super locked into Halloween. I'm like, let's finish summer before we move. Like, it's not like the kids haven't even gone back to school. It's one thing like you're like mid-September, like, oh, yeah, let's.
Mid-September?
Yeah.
I've already got decorating ideas in my head before August 1st.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Y'all just wait. We'll do a video. Our oldest actually did a video last year because he said the front yard was epic. Which is funny because we're not even here to hand out candy. I just put it on the front porch because we take our kids trick-or-treating. But I decorate. Like, nuts.
Yeah.
So excited.
You're extra, but that's okay.
I almost bought a Halloween thing today. I went to Lowe's. I don't know if you guys know of any women that like to go to Lowe's and walk around.
Yeah. Sam, at what time was it? Like 8:30?
It was 9. It was 10 o'clock. It was after breakfast.
Maybe 10 o'clock. Sam's like, "You want to go to Lowe's?" And I was like, if I'm being honest, I really don't want to go to Lowe's.
Because someone had to play NCAA 25 football.
All right. Let's talk about this because it's amazing. It's been 11 years. They stopped making the college football game in 2014. We've been without for 11 years.
You can't even remember our wedding anniversary, but you remember when they stopped making the freaking video game.
Same was a pivotal point, okay? Like,
And our marriage, wasn't it?
yeah, it was, but college football, like it was that game's awesome, you know. So
I'm awesome.
I've been pretty locked in. Once Sam, you know, passes out or goes to sleep, I'm probably gonna fire it up tonight.
What the heck is that supposed to
I gotta get my recruit on. You know,
Are you really going to play tonight?
if you're gonna fall asleep,
It's
you know.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I got up early the other day to go to the gym, and then just decided I'd just play.
It was yesterday morning. I was like, hey, you didn't kiss me goodbye. And he's like, I'm actually playing video games.
I'm in the house still. And then little one came out, he's like, "Can I play Fortnite?" And I was like, "No. I'm locked in here, buddy."
So
It's third
explain
down.
to the audience what you did for the youngest.
So
I'm not proud of this.
we took my old Xbox and gave him
It's
A
not
little table.
It's not in his bedroom.
it's in my office. He's got a little table and an Xbox where you can play like Fortnite and like his little kid games and stuff. And
Yeah, because
he's got a little chair. And
We didn't
his
plan.
little gamer setup.
We didn't plan on this. I'm gonna get him a bean bag or something so it's not like in the way. But he literally went out to the garage and got a chair that we take to football, like one of those like collapsible ones. And he was sitting in that with his feet propped up on the table playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
So he's playing Fortnite here. This one's playing football here, and the oldest is back in his room playing football. So I got bored and I went for a 3.5 mile run.
Yeah. So normally what happens is the youngest is playing on mine, the oldest is playing in his room, Sam's watching Bravo, and I'm just wandering around the house for about 3 hours until dinner time. So I was like, if I'm gonna buy the new Xbox, like he's getting this one so I can actually play some
Maybe
video
instead
games.
of wandering around the house until dinner time, maybe you should start doing stuff like cut the grass.
That's
mop
already
the floor.
usually done. I usually do that in the morning.
Well, it wasn't done today. You could have went out there and did it then.
Well,
or you could have mopped the floors,
it-
or you could have folded some laundry.
None of that interesting.
You could have laid
It's
the black. You
weekend.
could have laid the black tarp thing down in the.
If God wanted me to do that, He would have given us a third
You
day
gotta
on
clean the
weekends.
gutters.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's not going to happen anytime soon. I've got to burn through some serious seasons here in Dynasty mode, so we'll circle.
So you're okay with your wife getting on the ladder tomorrow and cleaning up gutters? by
I'd
yourself?
be happy to have the children hold it for you, but yeah, I gotta log in, man. You gotta get those hours in. Okay. College football.
I'm gonna pray
It's
for
great.
you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Pray for me. Pray for my team. I need some good recruits. Okay? I'm trying to get this receiver. He's got 100 speed. I've never seen that. That's wild. I did want to mention this. I just saw it on the news. It's nothing crazy, but Jesus. God. So many big burps this episode. These aren't like,
because I had fish tonight.
ugh, Jesus. That's a terrible. Okay.
Ooh, crab cake.
Thanks for sharing. I saw this on the news. They've discovered caves on the moon, and some of them go like 500 feet deep, they were saying.
I thought we didn't go to the moon.
Well, somebody's
I
discovered
thought we
it.
haven't been outside that
Allegedly,
I thought we haven't been outside that orbit thing that she was talking about.
I know,
With
but
crazy hair.
I don't know. I mean, they're saying that they've discovered them, so I don't know who. This was, I was at work, and I was supposed to be working. But I read an article, and I was like, well, that's cool. I don't know where it was, CNN or something, or, whatever, some website. I was like, that's pretty wild. I just thought it was interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit more research and see if anything comes of it, but like, the articles don't have much. They're just like, yeah, there's a cave on the moon. There may be life in it, whatever. And I'm like, can we, what? Like, but they don't have any more information on it.
So, this week at work, I was talking to, I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about like designing things and manufacturing and whatever. And he brought up like the pyramids. He's like, the pyramids were like planned out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the aliens did it. He literally went.
Somebody did it. It wasn't the Egyptians. Those dudes found that place. They were like, this is cool. Let's live here. Like,
he looked at me so concerned.
a bunch of dudes with ropes and copper chisels did not make the pyramids. Literally impossible.
Because of what our company did. He literally went, what?
They tried to recreate, I'm not going to get into it, but they couldn't rebuild the pyramids now with modern technology. They said it'd take us like 300 years if we could even do it. Like, cranes won't lift those blocks. It's not possible. The only other thing I had, and I just wanted to touch on it, was the cyber attack.
So how is it the cyber attack happens? Everyone who's trying to go on vacation already has their days off, PTO scheduled, blah, 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 whatever. But yet, Microsoft Outlook and Teams didn't go down. Thanks a lot.
So
we still had to work all day.
I'm working from home Friday. It's like 11:30. Sam's
He
like,
didn't even notice.
yeah, Sam's like, did you know there's a cyber attack going on? I'm like, no.
And then one of the guys at
All
work
my crap at work was
Everything still
functioning.
worked.
Like, all the systems. I'm like, seriously? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, why won't any of this go down? So,
Only
like,
one of my systems from my office didn't work, but like, it was funny because the second it happened and we all realized what was happening, like in my team, one of the guys I work with, who vaguely knows about our podcast, he was like, are you going to talk about this? I'm like, could do some research, but I'm sure we'll talk about it.
But it just seemed like it was a company. It wasn't like an attack. It was something with their
a company
system.
sent an update,
No.
and
it wiped out everything. I'm like,
planes couldn't fly.
Sam's like, are we entering the apocalypse? I'm like, I don't know. I got to be clocked in till 4:30. So. Jesus, God, stop drinking that beer. You're getting a montage this week. It's decided. I'm going to put all these horrific burps into one clip. I'm going to take the time out and edit them into just a burp, 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 burp. I'm going to make like a remix of it,
Can you?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Jesus, God. But I don't even know what we were talking about. It's so
Cyber attack.
But yeah, I was hoping something would happen and I would get to stop working, but no such thing.
Do you remember the year Jackson was a baby because we were living in the rental? Do you remember? I can't remember what it was. It was some date that was like big in the Bible or something. That it was like the end of days and people were starting to freak out.
Like in May of 2012.
Jackson was born.
That was like the end of the Mayan calendar was supposed to be. They were
Was it
saying it was going to be the end of the
Was
world.
I pregnant?
I think so. And you were like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I don't know. Load
We
the
actually-
AR? I'm
We
like,
actually
go
packed-
looting? What?
We actually packed bags and had it by the door.
Did we?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
Just one in the chamber, I guess we're going looting to the grocery store. I'm gonna make a pub sub back there by myself with an AR.
Sub in a tub.
Oh, we did watch Civil War last night.
Stupid.
It was not that good.
It was awful.
I was kind of I thought there was it looks so good, and I was like, oh, it's gonna have a lot of shooting.
I'm not really a big Kristen Dunst fan, and that solidified why I'm not. Because she just, her whole face just
I don't. It didn't. It wasn't
Like,
a
facial
bad
expression.
movie. It was like to rent on the Fire Stick. It was like $5.99. It's worth watching, but
yeah, the $5.99 came out of my bank account.
yeah, I'm okay with that. But it's one of those like, will I watch it again? Probably not, because it just kind of was like, yeah. I mean, it was a interesting look at like, damn, that'd be crazy if that happened. But I don't know. It never really got going. Like I was like an hour into it, and I was like, let me check Instagram.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, I was kind of like on my phone scrolling, kind of glancing at it. Like it just didn't lock me in, but
nope, it did not.
Whatever. So,
well, I think next week's episode will probably touch on some like kids going back to school because we're going to do back to school shopping next Saturday.
Nightmare.
What? It's not a nightmare.
Back to school shopping.
The backpack's already bought. It already has a lunchbox.
Thank God.
We have one going in kindergarten, one going in 7th grade.
Yeah.
The 7th grader needs a new lunchbox because somehow he broke the zipper.
What?
Not the zipper.
Like, he broke it like 2 weeks out of school. I was like, well, you're using that one, buddy.
He broke like the thing that makes you zip it,
was
like
the little
tab.
I'm like, how?
He broke that. He broke that off, and then he broke his water bottle, which by the way was metal.
No. Kids are ratchet. All right, let's wrap this thing up here. So we'll see you guys next week. Episode 13 coming at you. Lucky number 13. So
13's not lucky.
We'll see.
They don't even have rooms at the hospital labeled 13 or 13 floors.
We will see. Maybe we could just skip to episode 14.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye. Pause it?
I guess we could. Push the table. I can't get out.
Wait.